Well. Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Some Good Booze. My name is Jonathan Pogash, your host. We've been doing these shows since the beginning of the pandemic, and we are continuing it on once a week, every Tuesday, live, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's where we are. Welcome to my cocktail lab. I am here, as always, to talk about some positive news and to make some really great, inspiring cocktails. Cocktails that may have been forgotten, new variations on old ones. Hey, it really runs the gamut. And for those of you who are joining on Facebook Live, thank you. It is so great to see you. And also on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel and also click like for the Facebook page. Send me a comment. I don't know. Hey, listen, I don't know if you're here unless you're commenting and telling me that you're here. So it'd be great. Teresa's there. Teresa says, yay. Oh, my goodness. It's great to see you guys, all of you guys who've been there since the beginning. This is great. I'm very interested in seeing what you guys are doing and what you guys are drinking as well, if you are drinking something. So I've got a cool variation on a white wine spritzer that I'm going to make for you. I used to serve a ton of white wine spritzers way back in the day when I first started behind the bar at the Russian Tea Room. That was my first gig in New York City. But before that, we're going to talk about some positive news, right? And what is today? Today's July 14th. And July 14th is Bastille Day. That is the anniversary of the French Revolution. So the citizens of Paris stormed the Bastille prison this day in history. In 1789, they freed 7 prisoners, branding the memory of Bastille Day forevermore. A white wine spritzer could potentially use a French white wine, perhaps a French sparkling wine, perhaps champagne. Who knows? The variations are endless, really. So let's go right ahead and make this variation on a white wine spritzer, shall we? Okay, I'm going to do the double action camera here. Again, send me a comment. Let me know what maybe you're drinking. And hey, maybe there's something you'd like to see on this show that you haven't seen on this show. And I'm happy to do it and to make it and to give you advice, anything. That's why I'm here. I'm here to provide advice, just like any bartender would, and cocktail enlightenment, I guess we could say. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to take my mixing glass here and add some white port. So this is a very interesting product. Didn't really hit the U.S. markets until a few years ago. Sandeman makes a great one. Port wine, if you're not familiar, is from Portugal, in a city called Porto in Portugal. And it is usually a blend of different types of native Portuguese grapes. It has a touch of sweetness. It has a little higher alcohol content than most wines. And it is great in cocktails, great as a mixer in cocktails. This white port, we're actually going to use as the base of the cocktail. Normally it is white wine, and we're sometimes French wine, like I said, but any type of wine. We're doing this port wine, this white port. So go ahead and put 2 ounces into your mixing glass. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, 2 ounces of the white port into my mixing glass. And you'll see the color. It's not actually clear, or it's a little darker than regular wine. And now we're going to add some fresh lemon juice and simple syrup. It's kind of a twist on a sour also, right? Because any drink that has a citrus ingredient balanced out with any kind of sweetener could be considered in the sour family, right? So let's go ahead and add half of an ounce of simple syrup. Port wine is a touch on the sweet side. Well, that was lemon juice, folks. And I did half an ounce of lemon juice. I'm going to do another 1/4 ounce of lemon juice. Math, folks, right? Which means that's 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice. And now I will take my simple syrup and do half of an ounce of simple syrup just in my mixing glass, just like that. Now we'll add some ice. How about that? Should we add ice? Should we shake this cocktail? I'm going to shake this cocktail. How do you like the new backdrop over here? Brand new, brand spanking new to the cocktail studio here. Let's give it a shake, right? How long do we shake for? We shake for 8 Mississippis. So let's go ahead and do that. Would you all like to count with me while we shake? Shoot me a comment and tell me, do you shake your cocktails, most of your cocktails? Do you stir your cocktails? Do you just build them? Well, we're going to shake this one, okay? There we go. It's 8 Mississippis, like I said, right? I think that's about 4. Let's do another few Mississippis. There we go. Now we'll separate out the shaker. I have my lovely wine glass over here. Let's swap it out here so you can see. I am going to fill this wine glass with ice. Well, I'm not actually going to fill it. I'll just add, maybe 1/3 of the way with ice. That should be good. And I have some seltzer water. Now you could use seltzer water. You could use any kind of flavored sparkling water. This happens to be a raspberry lime seltzer water. You could also use, oh gosh, you could use champagne. Oh, this is a heavy one, guys. This is a heavy one. I'm not going to open it. Oh man, excuse me. What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying about this? Teresa says I might need to get a bar spoon. Sure, yeah. I mean, it's part of a basic bar tool kit. Yeah, it does depend on the cocktail whether you shake or you stir. Exactly. Teresa says she shakes. How many of you know what the guidelines are for shaking versus stirring? Well, technically speaking, if a drink contains all alcohol, you stir it. If a drink contains any kind of citrus fruit, anything that needs to be emulsified, like dairy product, egg, milk, cream, you shake it. But there are exceptions to those rules. And for me, at least, the martini is the exception to the rule because I like a good shaken martini. Those of you who will not have a shaken martini, please don't come down on me because I think it's based on personal preference. Although an old fashioned should always be stirred, a Manhattan should always be stirred. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take this bottle of champagne and put it back over here. And I'll open up my soda water and just fill it up, about a quarter of the way. And then I'll take the rest of my spritzer and just add it all the way up to the top. You'll notice I added the soda water first so that all of the ingredients would get nicely blended together. And now we have this beautiful spritzer. I'm going to take a lemon wheel and just place it right inside. There we go. And a nice piece of mint from my garden. Oh man, this is some really nice aromatic mint. You'll see, yeah. Look at that. We'll wake it up. There we go. Just wake it up a little bit and place that right inside of our drink. Look at that. That is a really nice, lovely spritzer variation. Not to be confused with a spritz, although a spritz is kind of like a spritzer. White wine spritzers that I used to make back in the day, we're talking about 2000, 2001 at the Russian Tea Room, soda water and wine. It's the basic white wine spritzer, but we're kind of jazzing it up a little bit here with some interesting ingredients. Oh, this is great. Teresa, you asked me a question. I'm going to answer your question off camera. Okay, cool, everyone. Well, thank you. Thanks to those who are watching. Have a wonderful... Oh, well, I have to taste it first, right? It's great. It's very refreshing. It's very light. Would probably work really well with a meal. Port is great in cocktails on its own, chilled, but it is a fortified wine and it's wine-based. It should be refrigerated. So keep that in mind, folks. Till next week, thank you so much. Enjoy your cocktails and enjoy your good news. Cheers.